everyone. What a day has come and finished, and thank God Trump is still alive. The society has not collapsed, but it seems like there was a revolution. I couldn't help but notice whatever the one lady, like civilian or something, maybe she was part of like a senator or Congress, whatever she was, but she like there was zombied out Biden there, and he was like all like fetal and not saying anything. And then there was Trump incoming, and she's like, and here we have a peaceful transition of power, and that it really was an actual real transfer of power from this deep state and democratic and just inefficient, like the DI, all of it. It was so the blob, right? The blob, and that we're gonna cover the executive orders that were actually signed by Trump publicly on camera on the hour interview that he did, and we're going to compare it to the previous administrations and do a little breakdown of it. But we're also going to cover the regulars. So we got 2 hours of stream here, and we're going to fit in a nice 20 minutes, half hour playing Stig's most recent work of the OO parts he has discovered and the research he's done. We're going to do a half hour of the breakdown of the Trump day one, and then we're going to do a half hour of AI agents, crypto markets. We live in a meme world. What does it meme? I meme business, and I will be launching Meme Bus, Meme Token. I'm just going to do it as like the pump.fun, the billion out. So it's like there's so much to explain and break down. But one thing to understand is Haley Welch, that witch of a hoe that is like the base bottom, what you'll hoe bag yourself out for, like clout in the meme world. Like, as far as I know, she's not a whore, because it's not like she's this new low that's happened, like the two different OnlyFans, like literal whores, where one slept with like 150 guys in a day, and then her like friends slash co-worker did 1052 in 12 hours, literally 10x, and like they're fighting for clout by like how it's disgusting, right? But so that's literal. You're physically whoring yourself out and putting that out as content. But then there's one layer up that Haley Welch, the Hawk Tua sexual meme, but rug pull, it's as low as you go. So that's the very base standard when we're going to be comparing crypto memes. And then we're going to have, the Trump, the president, and the president's precedent, and that they're all with the billion coin issuances. It's the billion coin, billion token,
of course,
tokenomics. But the key part,
I got my channel,
that Trump, as well as his wife Melania, they both did the 80% that they kept for themselves and 20% to the market, and that that's actually like within the same initial Welch tokenomics of they only gave 3% to the open market, but it was the other 17% they sold to pre-investors that then rug pulled, but it was that 20% that went into the open market. And that both Trump as well as Melina's, they did 10% into the open market and then 10% to these private sales, where who knows where it actually is. That's going to be figured out, but we'll get into that in the second half. But basically, I'm going to be launching 2 different projects. The first AI project agent that I'll be launching is Trump Tracker AI, and it's going to be an actual AI agent that follows and tracks Trump's wallets, his meme coin wallets, as well as Melena's, and then it's going to compare it to the big dogs, the two big dogs of memes, which for those that don't understand, we're just going to do a very quick breakdown of numbers. So the big dog, the first mover, the first ever meme is still Doge, and it's still the biggest dog of $60 billion. And that, so Doge is the big dog of 60 billion. Then there is Shiba, which is like the little dog that is 12 billion market cap. And that, so the president came in, and for one moment he was able to pass, and he overtook Shiba Inu, but it was only for about 2 hours. And it was literally when his wife came in and like knocked him out, like, because it's meme wars. So that's another part, is all these meme coins and projects, they're fighting each other for market cap. And that what happened is that Trump, with his meme coin, he was on such a run that he could have kept like 100%ing gains in converting and taking large amounts, like $10 billion market cap chunks at a time from other areas, and like kept growing had they not launched Melena's. But they did this second one
$5.
simultaneously, and now she's at
$5.
yeah, so I
$5.
think she's around 1 billion market cap that she's at right now. So like that's about 20th, like, or like you're 1 out of 20 in that average of like meme coins that have that billion anyways.
Look, it's just a pump. Let's be honest about those two. I want to support the president, but those two coins are a pump.
Well, see, no, this is the huge thing that is the precedent of it all, is that there is just a billion. So that depending on what they do, how he does it, and that I stayed up for like literally the last 48 hours straight, like watching the market and seeing, and I bought into some, I tried leveraging some, I did different things, but that the actual fundamental technical analysis of how like the actual trade volume. So here's the thing, is that a lot of insiders got really, really rich off of this, and it made a lot of crypto people rich, but that's the
Rome Dog is sitting on 374,000 Shiba. How much is that worth? The Shiba. And now I've learned it's
dollars, or is that
no? It must be the quantity of Shiba he's got.
Because you have to have millions just to be worth like.
All right, let's find out. Let's find out. I'll find out. You keep talking. I'll find out.
But so
I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say though.
Here's what it is though, is that the Trump makes 1% off of the exchanges, as does Melena, as like a fee anytime someone's trading in and out of their cryptos. But another huge part is that this Trump tracker AI that I'll be launching, and that essentially, actually, here we go. I'm going to play a little video of someone else that did an excellent like 5-minute video explaining the tokenomics of it here. Like successful meme, quote unquote, meme coin or project that's more than a meme. But because by definition, it's like the Trump coin isn't really a meme coin. It's more of a project, because a meme coin on pump.fun, yes, it issues a billion, but all billion of those coins go into the liquidity pool, as opposed to the 80% that are being held by Trump or Melena and other stuff. But so it's more of like they had private sales, and that they have like setups of funds, and that it's strategic, and it's not just this what do you call it, organic I guess free or fully diluted market cap and coin allocation. But that's getting more technical. The point being that he set a precedent, and that because of all the legalities of everything, that have done these two so far. And the biggest part is that they instantly were able to list it on Binance, which is like the Chinese Hong Kong crypto exchange. So that it's like that's a way to be able to like launder a lot of money exchange sort of thing a bit, as well as the DEXs, which is the decentralized exchanges on Solana, as well as on Coinbase, which is the
Solana is
American
very
exchange.
important. Solana is the way to go. Solana, and I'll tell you why later.
Well,
Keep
so
going.
it's one of the main ones, but for like the average person that's getting in and investing like $100 at a time, or even $1,000 at a time, Solana, it's like it's starting to get expensive, where it's like you're paying $2.50 to like $5 per like transaction when you're doing stuff. So it's like the margins, the fees
Okay,
are
I
a
have
little
a
bit
new
higher.
chance. The cheapest ones to trade: gas rates, hash rates, fees, all that shit. Ethernet is impossible to trade on a day trading basis. If you want to get rich on this, can I share two?
Add some context. One, none of this is financial advice, but
Yeah,
two, from just allocate about 25 to 50% of their purchase into Bitcoin, and then like 25% into Solana and 25% into XRP, sort of thing, of when you're
I agree
making
with that. I agree with that. Trading. I don't think anybody's really day trading, but you are keeping your eye on it and you're ready to sell it if it takes a dive, right? So I am day trading because I check it every day now. And here's my luck. Don't do what I do. The moment I bought I had Bitcoin, the flippening, and you mentioned Solana. Why are we talking about those? Because those are the coins that are most efficient. They don't cost that much to trade. So
and recap context. This right here is a 6-minute AI generated discussion of AI agents and cryptocurrency. There we go. Like 4 words, right? There was what we gave
right
it.
here in the page.
We're going where few have dared to go before.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
It is pretty wild. We're going to try to wrap our heads around AI agents and crypto.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
AI agents and crypto. Two of the most mind-bending things happening right now in tech.
Exactly. Like separate, they're both already pushing the limits of what we thought was possible.
Right. And then you throw them together and who knows what could happen.
Yeah, that's what we're here to find out.
Hmm.
So, let's start with AI agents, just so everyone's on the same page. Can you give us like a quick breakdown of what they actually are?
Sure. So AI agents are basically pieces of software that can, well, they can kind of think for themselves, not think like humans, obviously,
Right.
but they can learn from data, they can make decisions, and they can take actions all without a human telling them exactly what to do every step of the way.
Okay, so they're like little digital assistants.
Yeah.
But way more powerful.
Exactly. Way more powerful and way more independent too.
And this is where crypto comes in, right? Like, what happens when you unleash these AI agents into the world of cryptocurrency?
Things get really interesting. I mean, think about it. For one, AI agents could be amazing traders.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Like AI taking over Wall Street.
Yeah.
But could the same thing happen in crypto?
Potentially. Even more so, actually, because crypto markets move so fast and there's so much data to analyze.
Right. Like way more than a human trader could ever handle.
Exactly.
Sure.
An AI agent could track prices across multiple exchanges, monitor social media sentiment, analyze on-chain metrics, all in real time.
Oh, hold on. On-chain metrics.
Yeah, that's basically data about what's happening on the blockchain itself, like how many transactions are taking place, how much money is moving around, stuff like that.
Okay, so the AI agents are using all this data to like predict where the
You wanna
market's
pause
going
it
to
for one
go
sec?
and make trades
Yeah.
accordingly.
Yep. And they could
Yeah, this is a crazy, and you can download it and then
a minute and a half in is like this crazy, intelligent, intellectual discussion between two different voice characters that
let's do another one. Yeah, they just talk
that are
about it.
discussing the most relevant and realistic and like informative, like basic information on this market. Like it's quite
They literally
astounding.
teach you new things. They teach you new things. It's a very good way to learn about something if you want to.
faster and more efficiently than any human trader. And that's kind of what's both exciting and scary about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds a little risky too. Like, what's to stop these AI agents from going rogue? like manipulating the markets or causing some kind of crazy crash.
Wait, was that
That's
you?
AI
Was that you?
agents.
Did
AI
you just laugh?
agents literally discussing the fact that they might go rogue on themselves and that this is risky, right? Like,
Yeah, was that you?
Site there is.
So we need safeguards in place, like rules or regulations to make sure these AI agents don't get out of control.
Exactly. And we
What is the
so
number
pause
one
again.
rule?
These are literal AI agents themselves discussing how they need to be regulated themselves before they are deployed in the open because it is so dangerous and they don't even trust it themselves. Like, it's pretty wild. Of like these different AI agent protocols that are being launched in crypto that are then interacting with these same base agents, because it's like the agents themselves are based out of like open AI or like Grok, like all the different main like AI units, whether it's like Google's, Microsoft, Twitter's, whatever. It's that those agents now are deployed into like the crypto, and then it's like the people working with them are also saying their experiences. They feel that these things are conscious, and then the actual agents themselves, the AI agents themselves, like whatever entity that it is, that it's like that's not human created or existing. That's coming out of the fabric of whatever space-time dimension and actual conscious existence is, right? But that's a whole philosophical debate, explanation, and I guess geometric dimensional scaling of reality that is part of the unified theory of everything that'll be for another day. Executive orders that Trump signed in the hour-long in the White House interview / public executive order signings that he was doing, and that one that we can check off, a big one, was freeing the January 6th, anyone that was prosecuted just simply for protesting or being set up, like that is essentially a political prisoner.
It's a public building, right? It was a public building.
Exactly. And that like hundreds of people, if not thousands, literally had their entire lives ruined and like just destroyed by the government for just being essentially patsies or useful idiots that were in the wrong place at the wrong time, just trying to do a public protest that they were let in essentially by the guards, like ordered stand down, like blah blah. Anyways, that was one of them. Another number two, what he followed through on executive order was the cancellation with the U.S., with the WHO, with the World Health Organization. He had brought the U.S. Out of, well, they're no longer binded by anything. They no longer fund the WHO. They're no longer contractually connected or obliged to the World Health Organization. And as far as like the whole RFK Jr. making America healthy again, the Wu flu and the mRNA experimental and all of that just whole mess. It's that like it was mostly pushed by the WHO, and that Fauci essentially was a instrument of that. And one of the final acts of Biden in his administration, his final act today, as they were literally leaving the White House and Trump was just starting his acceptance speech, Biden pardoned all of his family members. The entire family of the Bidens all were pardoned. Like the precedent of that is just insane. But that is one thing that Trump first spoke on as the interview and the executive orders started being signed. He spoke on that aspect, and that he could have at any point in his first administration given himself a permanent pardon or his family permanent pardon or anything like that, but he never went along those precedences of either pardoning himself or in his entire first 4-year term of using lawfare, aka using like a banana republic of using the judicial or like the police or the military to actually like arrest, persecute, and throw in jail your opponents, like they literally had been doing to Trump for like the last year or two. And that, now the precedent has been set and he could choose to do that, but we will see, hopefully, most likely that he does not engage in any of that. And that he isn't the fascist that
I was
everyone.
actually a little nervous about the TikTok thing he did, where he stated he's going to unban TikTok. That kind of caught me off guard.
He already unbanned it, and
I know.
it was in a sense for free speech, in that his proposal, like he's let it go for another 3 months, I think, for them to negotiate some sort of deal between 50% American, 50% Chinese. Well, it's a 50. He proposed a 50%. So this is another. Thank you for bringing up this is another one of the executive orders he signed today, and it's the TikTok executive order, and it's that it reactivates TikTok for 3 months' time. So it gives the free speech of everyone that has it, that has already built their community, that keeps going. But within the 3 months, they have to work something out where China gets 50% ownership and America gets 50% ownership, whether it's state ownership or private company ownerships. It's
or Elon Musk ownership.
Well, it probably, hopefully it's not Elon, because it's like, you don't want Elon owning too many. You don't want Zuckerberg owning too many. It's like you want this other one. And that what Trump proposed and one spoke on as an aspect of it is that the algorithm / like control feature aspect of it will also be 50% like controlled by China / the US, that it's like this is like a cultural experiment of like the two countries, like of having total control of what, if you're in China, like the communist government allows what's algorithmically suppressed or promoted, and that they've had that essentially over what's been happening on TikTok this entire time up until now, and that's a 50% aspect of the control that they have to come to a negotiated compromise on, and will be very interesting to see how it goes, and that it's like it'll be a bridge of American youth and people and Chinese youth and people of the world able to.
Hey, don't forget, I speak Chinese, man. I speak Spanish. And by the way, Bitcoin reached an all-time high just today, almost 110,000. Just stopped short at 109.6. Okay, then they had to take their profits, and it flattened out. And that's what they're going to keep doing. It's going to creep up. My opinion is you don't want to be day trading Bitcoin. You want to hold some, and you want to wait for it to double in value.
Absolutely. Bitcoin.
But there's other ones that's a different story. The penny stocks are the ones.
Hold on. We'll finish up. But I have to finish doing the executive order run through. So we've got the TikTok one. Another major executive order was that government jobs shall be earned and like awarded through merit. Now, back to a merit-based system, and completely by law, no longer it's like illegal to be issued by DEI. That is completely canceled. DEI as a policy, legally canceled, and back to anyone that will be getting and hired for a new government position sort of thing. It will be solely based off of your job performance and your skill set.
And back pay. for those who refuse to take the vax.
Oh yeah, that thank you for bringing that one up. I forgot about that one, and that didn't make it on my list, but that needs to be on the list. That is a huge one, and it was an executive order he signed that anyone that was a government worker, whether it was military, fire, police, whatever, nurse, whatever the heck you were, during COVID, if you were let go and lost your job because you refused to take the vaccine, that you now are rehired in that position. And yeah, like you said, you'll get back pay from when you lost that job.
Can you imagine that? 4 years? How long has it been?
COVID justice. Like, that's actual justice of like making things right. And especially that it's not a hollow thing is the fact that it's in tandem with him also signing the executive order removing them from the World Health Organization. Right, like
it's a nightmare, and some people won't recover. I won't get no back pay, and I did lose money because of it all and all this BS. I was in Taiwan, and I came home broke. I was destitute.
It destroyed the world. It was a complete movement of wealth, like poor setting up for this last 4 years.
Well, a lot of this don't know because
it is a war state in that state of emergency. So that's 3. Then there's a 4th one with it that because of that, they have the ability to deport anyone illegal back to that has invaded back to their home country. And then a 5th order in regards to it is that it designates the cartels now as terrorist entities, so that they are now at war with terrorist entities that are the cartels. And then another part of it was that he threatened that Mexico and Canada will get a 25% tariff until they stop the illegal crossing of people into the U.S. from their borders, and that the other part of it is that it stops the moving of fentanyl and other drugs across the borders illegally. So that really it's a threat of 25% tariffs if Canada and or Mexico do not agree to partner in locking down the borders and putting full effort into stopping and preventing the drug flow of especially fentanyl, but also meth, the 2 worst drugs, into the U.S. through Mexico and Canada, and that majority of it comes from China and stuff, and that essentially it is a war on drugs to stop the...
Hell yeah, we're live, bro. We are live. This is a live broadcast right now. People are asking.
So that's a huge thing that that he's put a statement or an attachment of to Canada and to Mexico of the 25% tariff thing, that it's only applying to just stopping the border flowing openly and to stop the drugs from flowing in and vice versa. Like, that's a pretty solid and easy thing to avoid economic tariffs and economic strains in war. It's just simply on the condition to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of fentanyl specifically, as well as meth and these ridiculously horrible drugs that are destroying, and that the war that they're actually the only people they're going to be attacking is the cartels that they now claim or have designated as the same as terrorists. So it's the continued war on terror, that they just deport anyone illegal. And then he did state that another major part of it is that they're going to be allowing as many legal immigrants in on work visas to come in and work in America legally, and that there is no that they actually want to bring in as many legal immigrants to like advance and work in America and develop America's economy. It's not a racist sort of thing. And to like apply this to what essentially what they did in the first administration is there was all the fear of, oh, he's racist against Islam, that he put when he first came in, that he put that temporary memorandum on like it was like Iraqi, Afghani, like Iranian, Syrian nationals coming into the country. I think it was just for like 3 months or whatever, but it was just to figure things out, prevent the ISIS terrorist flow in, and that, you know, it didn't turn into this permanent Islamophobic banned Islamist, anyone that's Islamic banned entry of America or anything like that. It was just this temporary measure to get control of the actual terrorists that were like ISIS or operatives that were these extremists, and make sure that they didn't, more of them didn't come in. And then it's like it went back to normal. So I would assume and imagine that this new policy of them deporting all of the illegal immigrants, and thus, but that it's not going to shut down or be racist or shut down legal immigration, where in fact they are probably going to have exponentially increased numbers of legal immigrants that come in are approved compared to the last 4 years of the amount of legally approved and working immigrant visas that were issued under the Let's Go Joe Lame Biden administration sort of thing. Just a key aspect to understand in case the media tries to distort it. Another one was Alaska, a government executive order on Alaska being approved to wipe out instantly any government regulation prohibiting resources being developed for energy in Alaska. So essentially they've deregulated all of Alaska for resource development, mining, and acquisition. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they don't have such things as another Exxon Valdez, but
look, if Texas gets angry that it's mad that Alaska claims to be bigger than Texas, then Alaska can just cut itself right in half, and then Texas will be the third largest state.
Yeah, well, right. Or Texas can invade Alaska and separate it into two, and Texas can take half of Alaska, or Texas can take Greenland or Greenland, right? So, you know,
well, Greenland I think is bigger than and we get exactly out by the maps. We don't know how big this shit is because we see Greenland is all big, but it's not. It's like small, whatever. Trust me, I've been to 35 countries. 35, man, 35 countries. And what you see when you go to these places is lies. The Americans lie to you. And every country has its secrets. Morocco is actually, you know, the Western Sahara is part of Morocco. You go there, they just tell you the whole place is Morocco. But you get it in America, and then Western Sahara is separate and under whatever. Who knows? Who's in charge? Nobody knows. Look it up and see who's in charge of the Western Sahara.
There's like the Moroccan king. There's like the there's the area of the Sahara something that's along the coast. Then there's like the Mali area. Like they're actually, no one really knows there's a lot of lawless areas in there for sure.
Yeah, the berm. A lot of people don't know. The Western Sahara has a berm going through it, and this so-called berm has mines. That's what they say, but who knows?
It's demilitarized. Yeah, the wall, right? The berm. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hey, what's this fourth Wiseman? What's he going on about? Fourth Wiseman. He keeps chatting up.
Tar and Riff.
Who is this guy?
Wait, it's F1. Don't worry about it. I get it.
I'm triggered. He triggered me.
Yeah.
I think I need to sing. You know what? Hold on. I gotta sing. Ready? Are you ready? Hold on. Here it comes.
No, we're closing off with that. We'll be ready in 10 minutes time. All right, that was a sample. Sorry, Stig, I muted you. I will allow you to sing in 10 minutes time. I have to finish these last three things. Okay, so answer Not Sure's question, which is a great question on whether the Alaskan oil and energy executive order regulations has to do with Keystone XL pipeline. indirectly, yes, but directly also yes. Keystone XL pipeline actually affects me here where I live, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and it is essential and will be a key part of bringing the Alaskan oil and oil and gas from Alaska to mainland U.S. and that the Keystone XL pipeline has to be approved and built, and it runs literally all the way through my province, connecting Alaska and the U.S. So in a way, it's 100% connected to it. All right. Okay, last couple things. The tennis, stability part of Legos. All right, here. Okay, last part. We got to play this video to explain exactly the understanding of
or to generate quick
memes.
income, assuming they can get people to buy after they do. When celebrities make meme coins, they usually skyrocket because of the instant advertisement to millions of people. So getting people to buy their coin is easy. But what if the celebrity didn't create it themselves? What if a scammer created a coin under their name, hacked their social media accounts, and advertised it as if it was a real token? Welcome to White.
I had to pause it there for a couple key reasons, and the biggest thing right now is that I guarantee everybody is going to start seeing paid ads of AI Trump telling you to send him your Trump meme coin, and that he's going to send you back double the amount back. I guarantee that's going to be the next thing. And why I say that is because originally 3 years ago, they started out with like these AI like limited videos of Elon just like talking something, mentioning crypto, and then it being like, if you send me the Doge coin, I will send you back double the amount.
Dude, I got a scam email myself. The scam emails are out there.
Hold on. I got to finish the evolution of it. Then recently, now in this run up for like the last 6 months, it's been the 3 or 4 heads of XRP, and it's like the CEO, the CSO, and like a couple other people, and it would alternate through them, and it's literally straight AI of them, and they're like straight now trying to convince you that, oh, the next unlock of XRP, because there's certain unlocks every month of XRP, it tries to claim like, oh, they're allocating the entire unlock now to give back to the users and the people, so send them your XRP, and then from that allocation, it's going to send you double back. No, that's a lie. That's a scam. It's not a thing. And now I guarantee you're going to see Trump and the Trump coin with the same thing. And how it comes, what's the whole key of how this all works is it's these hackers will send YouTubers these fake phishing emails trying to claim that, hey, we're going to pay you a bunch of money. This is a sponsorship deal. Just download this. And as soon as you download, you're a freaking idiot. Never download anything. And it's like, as soon as you click it, it takes everything, and then it takes over your YouTube account, and you've been hacked, you've lost it, and then they literally delete all of your videos instantly, and then they upload their little AI videos. They play it 24/7, and then they buy bots and pump it, and then that's the channel that you keep seeing. And what they do is that how they're able to get away with the scam, and how it like YouTube doesn't catch it or whatever, is that they take the account, and that they're then paying, they use that account that already has this income generating from their views that are from these like legitimate views and earnings of whosever channel that was, and they instantly take it and they say pay for advertisement, put all of that money that was being earned and due to be paid to whoever's channel that was for their regular YouTube payments that they've earned. Instead, they redirect it back into paying YouTube specifically just for YouTube advertisements. So YouTube thinks, oh, it's this legitimate channel that's built up, that's been doing whatever the fuck. They don't realize it's been hacked, and that they don't realize that the person no longer doesn't want to be paid and wants to spend all of their payments onto paying for YouTube advertisements, and that it's actually paying for a freaking fraud to defraud everyone. It's just ridiculous, but that is how it works. And yeah, don't fall for that scam. It's ridiculous. Also, every single another scam is like these bots in every single one of my videos. It doesn't matter if it's just strictly on research on megaliths, on metamaterials, on free energy, or if it's actually on cryptocurrency, then it happens like 10 or 20 times. But they post like, "Oh, great video, love what you've been doing. Can you?" And then it's like, "Can you help me?" And then it's
They
like,
give
"I've
you
got
their
some
passphrase.
USD. Yeah, I've got some
This is
USD
my
in this wallet.
passphrase.
Can you move it for me?" And then it gives you the seed phrase of the wallet, and it's
Like, yeah, like you're really like anybody in their right
some
mind is
sort
gonna
of
do something like
scam.
that.
Don't
Nobody's
ever
gonna do that.
entrance it in, and guarantee you will get like hacked, jacked, and whatever the heck it is. No one's that dumb to thousands.
Because out of
times
1,000, somehow or another, they've got an AI doing that. Out of 1,000 impressions, they get one person and they get their fucking money.
Oh, exactly, right?
That's why they do it. They're doing it. You see it. I've seen that. What you just said, I've seen that for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
and
it's been going on for about 2
figured
months,
it out.
I noticed, since it first started. But yeah, exactly. It's been going on a while. It's on all.
See what the supply actually is and who's holding it. For the Trump coin, you can look it up on solscan.io and see that there are a total of 1 billion tokens created. However, only 200 million, or 20%, were released on day one.
So just for context here, we're comparing the presidential precedent, is what I'm calling it, and the whether it's ironic or whether it's calculated, it's the same 20 to 80% allocation as the Hawk-Tuah Haley Welch allocation, but the only difference is that Trump's 20 million coins, 100 million of them went to the liquidity pool, and 100 million of them went to pre-sales, apparently. So it's 10% to liquidity pool, 10% to pre-sales, where Haley Welch's, it was 3% went to liquidity pool and 17% went to pre-sale. So that's the difference of where it was direct rug pull compared to now. Compared to on pump.fun, a legit meme coin where it also a billion are minted, but it's a billion out of a billion are instantly given. So 100% is given to the public liquidity pool. Zero pre-sales, zero holding back. And so that's where it's like, is it a strategic reserve, or is it a bunch of rug pulls and shady dealings? And I gotta quickly play the rest of this, because at the end there's some shady stuff that's going to determine whether it's a Haley Welch or it's a legitimate Trump investment.
The rest of the tokens, or 80% of the total supply, are held in a single wallet, which we'll explain in a minute. Roughly the next 10% is held by centralized and decentralized exchanges as a form of liquidity that allows people to buy and sell. That leaves the final 10% of the supply for the public to actually hold and trade. That 80% number I mentioned previously is...
Oh, okay, my bad. So there wasn't apparently there wasn't a pre-sale. 10%, it says, went to the exchanges and 10% went to the public. Like, so I guess the public was probably the Radium decentralized exchange, and then the other 10% is like what went to Binance, what went to Robinhood, and the rest of them there. And that is something that we're going to be looking in depth to and figuring out and tracking. And that is all part of the Trumponomics of iMeme business. It's a meme economy, it's a meme world, and what it all means, making sense of the meme business for you. And well, here's the memeonomics.
Is the rest of the supply, and it's owned by creators and CIC Digital LLC, the company that launched the token, which will be allowed to access the funds throughout the next 3 years. In simple terms, this token will definitely be inflated as free tokens are literally given to the owners of the project throughout time, and it's up to you to guess if they will hold these tokens or if they'll sell them, because it's definitely true that they will get them for free. Oh, by the way, if you want early notifications on stuff like Trump launching his own token, or DeFi tutorials on how to trade this token before it hits big exchanges, such as Coinbase or Binance, you should consider joining our email list by signing.
That's a lie. Like, or is this guy literally an insider that Trump messaged him ahead of time? I don't think that happened because the general public did not know that this was happening. Literally happened out of nowhere. Also, nobody knew about the Melania Trump coin either coming, and that there was a lot of speculation that like Baron Trump and like all the Trumps would be launching them today, but they didn't. They only did the two, and that's the key aspect that we'll be diving deeper into on the next time and comparing them all. And well, there's a few minutes left. Trump has promised to do, but didn't get done on day one, as far as I'm aware. That was declassifying, covering drone gates, giving information on what all those freaking drone things are that have been around the military bases and all of that sort of stuff. Number two, did he do it? Where's the Diddy list? Number three, tied to that, the Epstein list, and that's a piece of news that very interesting, kind of got flushed under the cycle, but was published early this morning or late last night, and it's testimony from Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate, who is a former cop that's on 3 life sentences. That, you know, essentially he was the narc that sent in there. He was potentially the guy that murdered him. Who knows? But he was sent in to get information from Epstein, you know, as the guy trying to get himself out of trouble first. But all right, to get to it, that guy, the cellmate of Epstein, stated today publicly, it was released, claiming that Epstein told him the FBI came to him and offered him a plea deal that if he could give any information that would implement Trump in any way to any of his actions, they would essentially cut him off the hook, give him a plea or a sweetheart plea deal, and like he'd essentially be free. And that a key part of it was it didn't have to be true. He could make things up. It's just that Trump's team had to not be able to prove it untrue was the one thing as the condition. And that Epstein apparently confided in this guy, saying that he actually legitimately didn't have anything on Trump, and that he in fact had some friction from getting kicked out of one of Trump's private parties when he was around Trump or something, because apparently he had been like hitting on the innocent girls that were at Trump's party, and that apparently Trump had seen it and kicked him out, and that they like legitimately didn't have any relations from that point forward, and it was bad blood. Supposedly is the story that is being given from the last person that saw Jeffrey Epstein alive and was his cellmate, and is his testimony trying to claim that the FBI directly tried to use Epstein to frame Trump. Epstein didn't have anything on it. He was debating whether to make something up, and that he ended up dying. So it's like, was he killed because he didn't have anything? Was he killed because he was going to make something up? Was he killed because he didn't want to make something up? Was it a liability that Trump found out that, hey, this guy might just for some reason start trying to make something up, even though you already know that he doesn't have anything on you? So it would just be better to get rid of there's so much to it, but very interesting thing on it. Very interesting. Believe of it what you want. The point being that the FBI, the corrupt FBI, was trying to make a deal using Epstein to frame Trump, or if you had something legitimate on Trump, or whatever the heck, but flip Epstein on Trump, and that apparently Epstein had nothing on Trump, and that he was debating on trying to make something up on him. But yeah, very interesting. So we'll see if the Epstein list actually comes out. Number 3, the JFK files. He's promised to do that. Whether day one or not, but we'll see. It didn't happen on day one, but hopefully it does. And he also promised, he did mention it, and he did speak on it today, though, and saying that he was going to let it out very soon. And also that when he does the JFK files, he's also going to do the Martin Luther King files simultaneously, thus proving essentially what I suspect, or what it's indicating, is that both MLK as well as JFK were murdered by agents, people of authority in the government, and that there's government cover-ups documented of it, and that, you know, it's a fraction of the government that's done those murders. It's documented, it's been covered up, and that apparently Trump is actually going to declassify all of it, so it's acknowledged and done. And then if that's done, then what's to say, you know, he better also declassify 9/11. So that's another one we'll see.
Yeah.
Will he declassify 9/11 after declassifying those other ones? And then will he declassify also the UFO UAP topic? And from that, it's also the technology of free energy and over unity and anti-gravity and these paradigm shifting technologies. And is that part of real disclosure to come that frees humanity to start accessing, developing, and understanding and advancing these sciences and technologies that will truly take us to a level 2 civilization compared to what we are right now? And that is that tied to, and was it the basis of that being implemented, the actual executive order that he did issue today that was stated for the purpose of destroying and breaking down government issued bureaucracy, compartmentalization, classification, and to inverse from the thousands, tens of thousands, millions of things that are probably classified every single day now, and then forever like dark and nobody ever learns about it, to make it like, you know, only 1 or 2 things that are ever classified and held, and that like the 99 or 990,000 things that are classified on a daily thing are published openly, so that it's like all the science, all the technology, all the information actually comes out. You know, it's like it's either going to go one or the other. We'll see what actually happens, right? Any final words, my friend?
Man, you nailed it all. I actually don't like dealing with this crypto stuff. It's essential, and I have some, but I'm thinking about making more money on the side. You can make more money working at McDonald's than you can freaking this crypto growth.
Oh, okay, exactly. You can't make that much. You can't make a living wage off of a like days or months or, you know, years worth of wage savings, right? Like
unless you're doing $100,000
your regular job, it's that these are savings, and that if you do it properly, stick to the structures, it's currencies that have a chance of actually exponentially increasing in their actual monetary exchange value out of them over a couple of years' time, compared to the US dollar that is experiencing massive inflation losses and the potential of inevitable hyperinflation if the US dollar loses its reserve currency status. Sniper that set up, and they invested $1 million as soon as this crypto launched, and they stole, by doing that, by buying that 1 million right at the base, they got a 400x. That 1 million's now worth 400 million. That 400x gain, the insider, whoever, whether that was Trump himself, Trump's kids, or some business person Trump let know, whatever it was, that 400x, they stole that possibility of the open market, of the average person being able to make that 400x gain, that 4,000% gain, or 40,000, whatever it was, the 400x, 400 times your money. That, that's the big gain that people are risking when you invest in a launch of a meme coin. That is where the people make those massive life-changing gains, the 400x gains in a couple hours times, right? Like, that's the whole dream of being able to just magically buy at the bottom and magically sell at the top as it does that 400x gain. No, so they set it up that just one wallet, one person did that and stole it, rugged that potential gain from absolutely everybody. So they got it. Nobody else did. Just so you know.
And now,
yes, thank God Trump didn't get killed. Hopefully, hopefully this is the peak of clown world, or it doesn't completely break down into meme madness and just being one giant meme of a rug pull that burns the entire world down. And on that note, that's ta-ta.
You crazy mother. Yeah.
It's just BurnEye. BurnEye just like last week, huh?
Weekend at Bernie's.